Hey team, James here from Results & Co and Rise Social Media. We're doing another website review. I know I did one this morning. We've had so many of you come to us and say, hey, can you help me out? Can you have a look at our website? Because I know what it's like. I know how hard it can be sometimes to figure out what should be on your website. You know you need to invest in a designer, a copywriter. You need to invest into a programmer or a website developer, all of those kind of things, but you're not sure what it should be because you know you're about to spend a lot more money. So today we're going to look at a different site, and I'm really excited about this site. It's very different because it's to do with government policy. It's not a government site. And now Sandra from, bettergovs.org. I thank Sandra for letting me do this review for you, and thank you for allowing me to share it with the world as well to help them create better marketing. Because one of the things that we do here at Results & Co and also our social media company, which is called Rise Social Media, is we make sure that businesses don't feel like they're being left behind. It's a tough world out there right now, and you need to find a way to position your business and stay ahead of the game. The last thing that you need as a business owner is to be left behind in the marketplace. And so we show you how to stay ahead of your competition, get more leads, make more sales. So let's have a look at Sandra's website and called bettergovs.org. Now, one of the things I love is being able to help business owners really start to break free. So let's have a look over here, and so let's move this over here. Now, first of all, one of the things we get to notice is that on Sandra's site, she has a pop-up, and I love pop-ups. And I know some of you are thinking, oh no, she's got one of those pop-ups, they're so annoying. I understand. I think pop-ups are annoying as well, but here's the thing. They get leads, they work. And so one of the first things that I tell our clients when we're building their website or managing their site, whatever it is we're doing for them, is to get a pop-up. Now, here's some statistics for you. We just recently moved our site from a Squarespace site to a WordPress site. We added another type of pop-up, and we now generate 2 to 3 times more leads every single day just because we added or changed our pop-up. They work. So I highly recommend you have one as well. So let's have a look at Sandra's site. First of all, things to understand is we're going to take Sandra's site through the grunt test. The grunt test is this: what product do you sell? What problem do you solve? Or another way of putting it, why should I care about your product? How's it going to help me? And then the third question is, what do you want me to do next? So what product do you sell? What problem do you solve? Or why should I care? I love the why should I care. And what do you want me to do next? So the person's eyes, they start up here in the left-hand corner, they come across the top, back down through the center and back across the bottom. Now, let's have a look at Sandra's pop-up first. You know, free guide, public policy made simple, 5 secrets to effective policy implementation. Okay, so you know what, straight away I'm seeing that this website is all about affecting public policy. Now, I'm not sure who your target audience is, so if your target audience is the policy makers, then this is perfect for them. If your audience is the influencers, if your audience is the people that influence the policy maker, if it's the normal mum and dad in the different communities, then maybe this isn't the right thing for them. So you might want to think about that. I'm not sure who your target market is, who your avatar is. The next part is, now on that pop-up, Sandra, I would suggest rather than saying no thanks, you know, I would maybe change the wording to no, I don't want to affect policy. So here we go, the pop-ups come back again. Rather than no thanks, I don't want to, so say no, I don't want to affect policy, or no thanks, I'm okay with the way policy is. The reason is because that makes a person think twice. And I know you might think, oh, that sounds a bit rude, but let me tell you, it works. It makes a person realize that, hey, yeah, okay, maybe I do need this. Next, let's click on Get It Now. Let's see what happens. Okay, so this takes me away from the site. This is a problem. What you want to have with your pop-up is that it just transitions from that button. As soon as they click that button, it actually takes them to name and email, staying on the site, because now I've gone to another page on your site, which means I've left your site, which isn't what you want to have happening. So let's go back to the site. So even though it's great, also this, I'm not sure why the image of a cup of coffee. So you want your imagery to connect with what it is you offer. Coffee says, maybe relax or, enjoy, all that sort of stuff, but it doesn't relate to public policy. Now, if we come down here, let's go through the headline, back down through the center and back across. So Better Govs, love your logo's nice. Come across here, join now. I'm not sure what I'm joining, but that's okay. Spanish options there, which is great. Sign in, join, and then you've got your hamburger menu. I love that you've got a hamburger menu versus a normal menu across the top. That takes away all my distraction. Ideas, tools, and resources for effective policy implementation for public servants and development practitioners that want to make an impact. Hey, that's very clear. It's exactly what you're looking for. It's very clear. It tells exactly you're telling people, public servants and development practitioners. You know what? I know that if I was one of those people, this site is for me. Ideas, tools, and resources for effect. I might change the headline though. I love that you've got ideas, tools, and resources for effect. But you know what? What we want to do, you've told me, I would maybe put ideas, tools, and resources for public servants and practitioners who want to make an impact. Okay, I maybe combine this with your sub-headline and give me an aspirational identity in the headline. So affect your government, create better policy, become the go-to person for policy creation, become the number one, who am I going to become in doing work for you? Now, obviously, I don't know your brand script. I've never met you yet, Sandra. I hope I do one day. But you're wanting that to be a little bit more aspirational in this component, and then this part's going to tell me how that's going to work. Ideally, underneath here, you want to have a value stack. Now, a value stack is this. You give me this, but you also give me this, and you also give me this, and I also get this. And so we want that value stack to be right here. Now, I'm not sure what you've built this in, if it's WordPress, maybe it's Squarespace. Squarespace I know is hard if you've built it in Squarespace to get that value stack. WordPress is pretty simple depending on the theme that you get. I would put a value stack here. Become an influencer, or become the leader in your community. Whatever it is that I'm going to become, or whatever it is or if it's about the resources, then it's weekly webinar, community group, and something else, a guarantee, or something else that's going to come with it. So when I do business with you, when I'm here with you, that I get something else with it. Now, if we come down here, civil service and development practitioners deserve to have the best tools available for policy creation. Yes, they do. I absolutely agree. However, we want to talk about the problem first. I love that you have a philosophical statement here, but we want to talk about the problem. Creating policy is a difficult task. You've got a lot of people you have to think about. You've got your constituents, plus you've got government. And finding a way around all of those things can be hard. So you deserve the best tools available to help you create perfect policy implementation. I hope that makes sense. I know that's me coming off the cuff, but that's something that, but do you see how all of a sudden we've gone from, hey, problem, you understanding that problem and then going into that statement. Or it shouldn't be as hard as it is to create policy. And to create policy that not only impacts government in a good way, but it also impacts our community. Or creating, so you want that shouldn't component in there maybe, but there's a couple of options there for you. Now, as I've said, I'm doing this off the cuff to give you some ideas. Discover, learn, implement. Free resources focused on policy implementation. Learn the fast track to the world. I love the word fast track to the world's best methods on policy implementation. I understand that you wanted to take discover, learn, implement. I might say, and I see what you've got here, but this is more of a step system. World's best methods. Become a world leader. Discover, learn from world leaders. A little bit more there. I love that you've got join now, and then we change the button to start now. If you're going to have join now, click stay with join now. Don't change the call to action. Be confident in your call to action. What this looks like is that you went, oh, maybe I should change, and I'm not sure which button's going to work best. You're better off having one button with one call to action and then do a split test on the website. An effective government transforms lives, but it's not easy. If you're frustrated by the lack of resources, the absence of planning, coordination problems to implement policy in this, you're not alone. I like that. That's nice. Okay, that's kind of like an empathy statement. But it's not easy. If you're not alone, we work with people all of the time just like you. That then, it brings you into it a little bit. Want to improve policy implementation? This free guide teaches you 5 secrets for effective public implementation. Remove the want to. I would just make it improve policy implementation, ! Free guide teaches you 5 secrets, or 5 secrets. Maybe even just go 5 secrets to improving policy implementation. Have it in the headline. And I like how you've done public policy made simple. Download it now. Want to innovate and turn ideas into action. There are thousands of professional community. You've got all this want to. Make it more definitive. Make it more specific. Not just specific, but make it more definitive. Make it more certain is the word we're looking for. I want to. This is tell me what I want in a way of saying it. Be the person that when I come to your site, I know that it's done. Okay, this is the place for me to be. Become a part of it. But I think what you're doing here, I would combine possibly this this part here. It seems a disconnect. It seems to be in the wrong place. I think that doing a PDF giveaway is great for down the bottom of your site and then having your pop-up, but it's annoying in the flow of it. It's taking me, all of a sudden it's this, you've got me going on this journey here, and then this all of a sudden is me putting on the brakes. What's this about? But see, it seems something different. That's okay, I think, to have down the bottom, but not still up at the top of your site. It's in a confusing area. Of better govs in 3 simple ways. Unlock free resources, join our network. Okay, so this is free. Oh, hold on a second, I didn't know it was free. So, free tools and resources for effective government policy. Join now. It's free. Tell me that right up the front. I didn't realize that I had to come all the way down here to realize it's free. This is huge. If you're giving this all away free, then tell them at the start. Tell them right up the front. It should be like Facebook, and that's a great example. What does Facebook have? Join now. That's it. But I mean, they have a cult-like following. There are billions of people following. Everyone knows that they can join Facebook for free. So you should do the same. If it's free, let people know at the top it's free. In policy and public sector to learn from our. We come down here, latest from the blog. The last part, so Sandra, you've actually done a really good job on your site. There's they're my thoughts around it. Of course, we can help you make it a little bit better, but you've done a pretty good job. Take those ideas that we've given you, implement them, but tell the world it's free. You're going to do so much better. The next part of it then is your, building a following, building people to follow you on your Facebook. I think Facebook's probably, and LinkedIn are probably the places for you, and probably maybe a little bit Twitter too. And you've got to figure out how your social media is going to play into that. But Sandra, it's not a bad site. You've actually done pretty well, and congratulations on that. But there's those few things that I suggested, they'd be a good place to start, especially the free. Okay, but take me on a transformational journey up in the top section. So guys, when you're building your website, remember you're taking a person on a journey. That journey should be a transformational journey. They're not looking for a journey that is a change or an experience. They're looking for a transformation. I love what Donald Miller says from StoryBrand. Now, as a StoryBrand guide, myself, and also a coach from Business Made Simple and marketing, I've done marketing for over 21 years, we've learned a few things. And what we do is we make things simple. We remove the overwhelm and help you to win. So if any of you want some help, let us know. Just go and schedule a time with us. You can go to risesocialmedia.com or resultsandco.com.au, schedule a time, and we can talk about your needs and building your website and your social media. But hey, this is all free. We hope that you get a lot out of it for your own marketing. We're going to also do social media profile reviews, page reviews, and all of those sort of things in the future. But we're going to get through all of these websites that people have sent to us first, and we'll go from there. So God bless. Have a wonderful day or evening wherever you are around the world. And my name's James Hannan from Results & Co. and Rise Social Media, where we help you stay ahead so you don't feel like you're being left behind.